clicked. There we go. Good morning, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut here with Mike Kelly, and I'm just curious if the Stanislaus County Fair is still going on.
Shall we Google it?
I don't know. You can.
Yeah. What do you got today?
I got a little bit. Why don't you show your numbers first?
Okay.
And then why don't you show your numbers and I'll Google it. Or did you already start?
Just did it.
Usually it's still the 15th, right?
Closes today at 4 p.m.
So it's still going on.
It's still going on. Why would it close at 4 p.m.?
I don't know.
Huh. Friday, July. Okay. Anyway, here we go. It's a slow week. Look at that. 520 closed sales per day. I want to believe last week we were in the 7s or 8s. 506 pending sales. It looks like it's a 500 week. 566 new listings per day. That's a big slowdown. We were in the 800s, I know, last week. So about the same numbers all the way across at the bottom, what realtors did in the previous week. And they're still negative on the sales will be up and prices will be up, but they're still positive on the listings will be up. And then if we look at, we have 114,969 homes for sale in California as of May 2025, end of May 2025. Wow.
Is that a lot of homes?
No, I don't think so. It says as of May, there were 73,160 active listings in California. As of September 2024, there were 99,650.
All right.
So anyway, back to your numbers.
All right. No, I want to, before you get there, Stanislaus County Fair opens today.
Oh, so it
opens today.
It will still be open.
July 11th through the 20th. They got Jefferson Starship, Drake Milligan, and Locash. I don't know them. But the positive thing is they should do very well this year.
Why you think this?
Because have you looked at the temperature next week?
Oh, is it going to be nice?
80s and 90s.
Oh, perfect weather.
85 to 91. Yeah.
That's fair weather.
That's best.
In 2 ways. In more than 2 ways. Jefferson Starship.
They weren't good even when they were Jefferson.
They were Jefferson Airplane.
Yes, and then something happened.
And then they got stupid.
They got stupid.
Yeah, we built this city.
Yep, I remember when they built that city. Well, that was just like, I'm sorry, I never liked Journey. I know everybody's like, Journey's my buddy.
Oh, I love Journey. Their first 3 albums before Steve Perry joined.
And the other one is REO Speedwagon.
Speedwagon. Oh, I like them.
Or the Bee Gees.
No. No, the Bee Gees are dolphins singing.
Yeah, they all sound the same to me. Sorry.
Yeah. It was
not my thing at the time.
That's an interesting comparison, the REO Speedwagon and the Bee Gees together.
Well, just to me, they all sound the same. They all high-pitched sounds.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got today? Not a ton. I don't have a TV on over there, as you can tell, but no, it's just the bond market is kind of fluctuating, not kind of how we want it to fluctuate.
Why is that?
It's been going up because of all this tariffs and other things. I'm taking my mic with me so you can hear me.
Okay.
I'm out of here. I'm taking it with me.
Bye. I'll talk about some stuff. The stock market, it's down a little bit. It was up yesterday, so it's down a teensy bit today. How'd you get that?
Right. So rates are negative about 15 basis points, and the 10-year went up to 4.40. That's been rising. That thing was much lower than that a while back here in the last couple of weeks. Dow is down. All those fun things are happening. And why is that happening? It's just nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah, they're scared.
Yep, that's what it's going on. And Fed Powell is talking about, we're not going to change anything until September. It's just, and they're all worried about next week. They're worried about a hotter than expected inflation reading coming out, because one just came out of France that triggered global spikes. And you know what next week is? Inflation week.
Inflation week?
Yes. So we have, I'm jumping ahead, but just so people know why it's such a big deal and why the market's looking at it. We have, where did it go? There it is. CPI on Tuesday, which is Consumer Price Index. Wednesday's mortgage applications, PPI, Producer Price Index, Industrial Production and Beige Book. Thursday, retail sales, initial jobless claims. And Friday is housing starts.
Oh.
Yeah, they were going to do the Blue Book, but they didn't really care about cars.
Yeah. Cars and real estate used to keep the economy alive. So big ticket purchases.
Yeah. So, again, the Fed chair Powell's talking, we half of them want a rate cut. The other half don't know what to do. So we're just going to move on until we find out what's really going to happen. The statement that a lot of people use back in, I didn't use it 3 years ago, date the rate and what was it? Marry the house. And
Marry the house and date the rate.
Yeah, that's really put a lot of home buyers in issues. They're saying their lenders urge borrowers to focus on finding a house they were head over heels with and worry about the interest rate down the line. We're kind of still saying that. We're not saying date the rate and marry the price or whatever, but what we're saying is you're never going to be able to get the house price in the future at when the things change. You're going to have competition and eventually it will change. But they just had a huge article on Housing Wire about it.
Yeah. We've been saying that all along.
Well, not date.
We've been saying least expensive home you're going to purchase for a long time. And when rates change,
but we warned our people that you're going to have to be stuck in this thing for at least figure 2 to 3 years. Don't think, it's going to be in 12 months. I'm going to be out of this.
Yeah. Don't wait till September 18th.
That was locking for something else.
That was last year. You had saved a lot of people a lot of money refining. And then the Fed were going to speak on the September 18th. And you had a lot of clients who are like, I'm going to wait until they speak. And then interest rates went up.
They went the opposite way. Yeah. Because because the Fed actually lowered the rates right before the election to help that's what they're saying, to help out the current administration, which didn't, thank God.
Well, they didn't have an administration. They didn't have a president.
Well, they did. It was
an auto pen.
Yeah, it's like that. Yeah, somebody else was running it. So I don't know if you remember a week ago, FHFA Director Bill Pulte said something about having, what did he say?
I don't remember what he said. I remember he said something.
We weren't here. Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac will immediately begin accepting Vantage Score 4.0 alongside FICO for mortgage underwriting.
Oh.
The difference is Vantage Score 4.0 allows your rent on there automatically, where a lot of the other one, you had to pay somebody to put that trade line on for you. And I was telling somebody else that this could come back to bite people in the butt because of the fact that I didn't pay my rent on time.
Yeah.
It's now on my credit.
Because I was always asking for leeway.
Yeah.
I rented from my parents.
Yeah. So Vantage Score is viewed as a potentially lower cost alternative to FICO because, FICO is getting very expensive. I think it's $130 for a freaking credit report now, 3 bureaus. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And that's not adding anything for profit because we can't do that anymore. It's straight cost. But actually savings won't come right away because all 3 credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, still need to be used right now. That's going to keep the reports higher because lenders aren't ready for this. They're not, hey, you start taking this. We're not ready for it. We got to get ready for it.
Yeah.
And it's going to take them a little bit while, but eventually, supposedly, it will get better for people. So I don't know. What they're saying, credit scores education becomes key. What does a 680 Vantage score mean versus a 680 FICO? That would be something I have to find out.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to know.
I'll have that for Monday. We're here Monday, right?
Yeah, we're here Monday.
Yeah, because we won't have it on the radio.
It's not a national holiday, is it?
Yeah, it's called Fair Week.
Fair Week.
I remember as a kid in Turlock, we had that thing every day.
I got my granddaughters coming tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Maybe we'll take them to the fair one night.
Yeah, I think Tuesday, Wednesdays, if I remember right on the schedule, was like 85, 80. So I think those would be better. That's going to be crazy days.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, we're not bad at all compared. We're normally in the hundreds, fives. What are you talking about? Not bad. Is there anything else I had on here to talk about? I already talked about next week, right? CPI, all that stuff.
Yep.
And stop telling people to marry the house and date
the rate.
But what else? That's all I actually had. It wasn't a busy news day today.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
They are saying that mortgage delinquencies are rising as home ownership costs pile up. What are the costs that are piling up? Insurance,
Credit cards.
Well, they're saying rising to property taxes. Property taxes does not rise that fast in California.
Not in California. We have Prop 13.
Right,
So
but
that
in
doesn't make
Texas, they
sense.
do majorly.
As soon as the price goes up, they reassess, right?
Right, exactly. Every year they go up, but they can go up 10% of whatever it went up, or we're stuck at 3%.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're talking like in Florida, property taxes jumped nearly 50% over 5 years. Insurance costs, especially in areas at risk of hurricanes and floods, also climbed. We know this stuff. South Carolina, 14 insurers ran out of funds between 2020 and 2023. That's not good.
Yeah.
How do you pay for things when you don't have any money? Georgia saw property taxes jump more than $700 on average in just 5 years. I wonder if that's a year or a month, because that's a year. That's not too bad.
No, it's not. And a month would be horrible.
But the gap is rapidly closed as prices are jumping increased 65% between 2019 and 2024. Well, we went up 66% from 2020 to 2022. So we got them all beat.
66%.
22% a year is what we went up during that period of time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That makes my eyes spin.
So what was I? Loan officers. You're messing up one of my transactions. So I have people ready to buy the house, and they're waiting on the people buying their house to be finalized.
Yeah.
The loan officer keeps saying, we should be clear to close tomorrow. And then they're trying to, I need to know how long to extend the lock, because I don't want my clients. Give us till Tuesday or Wednesday, and then come back. We need till Friday
of next week.
Yes, of next week.
Yeah.
This is the one that I said, they needed one more payment for the fact that they co-signed on something. They need 12 months of payments.
They gave them 11, and
I don't know what they did, but if you have questions on certain things, just ask a good loan officer, and they'll tell you if it sounds right or sounds funny.
Yeah.
I told this agent, you need to get on the other side, ask them for approval, and want to see what the deals are, because this is going to kill everything. Your buyer is not going to be able to get their house because these people put somebody in escrow that can't perform,
right,
and think it's okay. There are times when you do everything right. Like I had this one that we just did that was a unicorn.
Yeah.
And they're still getting their house because I told somebody what to do and they're doing it. But bottom line is, if they're not, don't get them in contract unless you know they're 100%, especially when it's in a daisy chain.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it screws up too many lives. What gets me is, and you said lenders, do this, make things right. Lenders today, if you're still operating on what you said 20 or 30 years ago about, there was another condition. I submitted all the conditions, and now there's another condition. You didn't put that loan together correctly. When you submit and you're done, or you think you're done, and underwriter comes back and says, we have another condition, you didn't do the loan right.
Yes and no.
And we seasoned realtors know it. I'm used to lenders submitting, boom, done. Okay, done. No more conditions. No more at doc conditions.
There's no at doc conditions anymore. Funding conditions.
Well,
yeah, I mean there are clear to close
conditions.
So I was helping somebody's daughter, who we know the person, and we'll tell afterwards.
Yeah.
And she wanted to use her RSU income and figure out out the whole process. We kept getting more stuff asked because we didn't have the proper stuff put together exactly. She couldn't provide me with the right documentation.
Right.
Her mom, who's the agent, jumped all over me and said, she keeps saying they're asking for one more thing. And like, it's because we don't have exactly what they needed. And we finally have that. We were right from the beginning with the numbers,
right?
But
you needed documentation.
Well, but I mean, the person who we're helping didn't believe our numbers, and so she wanted to give us more information and keep going back and forth, and that's what took longer, because that one should have been closed by now, but they're signing today.
Good.
What?
Good.
But I'm just saying so your statement, they added one more condition, that can happen.
Not very often.
Well, I've had it where, it has something to do with they have other properties or they have something else, and they came back and they saw something. But typically, if it's a W-2 employee, no other homes, no other anything,
yeah,
there shouldn't be a condition added at the end.
Right.
There shouldn't be, but I can't say that it doesn't always happen.
What's interesting is this person, this lender, and you've worked with them before, and it's like their script.
Well, that's like your guys
say.
It's like what you guys used to say to us when, we got an all cash backup offer. If you don't perform.
Well, 2 years ago we did.
Well, no, I'm talking like back in the day when they were like scarce to find out. And it's like, we have an all cash backup offer, blah, blah, blah. Well, okay, great.
I don't ever bluff on something I don't have.
Right.
I just say, what can I do to help get this thing done?
I said once to an agent, I'm like, do they give you a book on scripts to say to us that when we're
some brokers do.
Yeah.
And they discussed it at their sales meetings, and you just shake your head and go, oh my God, just be honest.
Yeah. Well, and that's the same thing here. It's like, I have no problem. As long as my client says I can talk to the listing agent and tell them what's truly going on, I have no problem with it, but they have to give me permission. So if I'm not talking to you, it's because they won't give me permission.
Exactly. Yeah. And that I understand too.
Yeah. But I mean, buyer's agent usually knows everything.
Yeah. And they can't tell me either.
Nope. Not unless they get
But communication saves all deals, unless you just have a crap buyer or a buyer that has the cash but then lies about other things.
Or you have somebody who thinks they're employed, but they're now contract, and they don't understand the fact that they're contract.
They have a
they
job,
still think that they're employed by the company because they have a signed contract.
But they're not.
No, you're a landscaper now. Yes.
And you just have
for the company,
and you just have one big contract.
Yeah, for the company, you're now that landscape who comes and does the lawn that has a different name on the side. Yeah, and that's things like that happen. I mean, younger people who are doing their first house have no idea there's a difference from contract to W-2 and employee.
Yep.
Even if they read my book and I gave them my book, they still didn't do it, right. But anyway,
there you go.
There go I.
Says me.
But you can. This is one thing. So if somebody's changing jobs, right? They got a letter and they're going to be moving into the next job. You can use the income from the next job and the start date for the new loan.
Okay.
They're moving and stuff like that. The only time that comes into play where if it's family, you can't.
Because they're lying.
No, it's just, which I didn't realize that when it's a family business and you're going to work for the family business, it's looked at like self-employed income.
Right.
And it's like, really?
Because it kind of is.
No, I'm working for other parents. but
they're self-employed.
Yeah. And let me go back to, I was talking to somebody yesterday and I told them I needed all this stuff because you're self-employed. And the guy told me, I'm not self-employed. I own the corporation that employs me.
Ooh, okay. Those semantics.
It's like,
and this guy over here who's approving your loan says you're self-employed.
No, I just know under Fannie Mae and all these people's guidelines, if you own 25% or more of the company, you're considered self-employed.
Yeah.
And some of it's 10%. So it just depends on what
So
you're
he sold
doing.
off his shares.
No, it's like, I just try to explain to him and he goes, I own 50%. I go, okay, you just proved my point. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing you can do about certain things. You just,
my eyes.
Well, they're called eyeballs.
We know. Yeah. And other things.
Yeah. All right. That's all I got. Because I'm just going on and on for 18 minutes.
But I can tell you, last week was a slow week. Of course, it was a national holiday week, and some people take the whole week off. So,
well, it's different. It was on a Friday, so they took Friday and last. I don't think people took the first part of last week off. They've taken all this week off.
I think a lot of people took Thursday through Monday off.
Really?
Yeah, went camping and set fires in the hills.
Oh, is that what they did?
Yeah.
When we were coming back from Washington State, there was a fire in Northern California.
Yeah,
along the freeway.
Well, there's 56,000 acres that was burning on the Saturday in San Luis Obispo. And I don't know what it grew to, but they were at Saturday, it was like 56,000 acres. So,
all right. Well, let us know when you find out.
I'm not going to look for it.
All right. Everybody
have a great day
and weekend. And we will talk to you if you want to listen to us tomorrow. It'll be a replay because I was gone. But we're going to be back the following weekend.
It was the best replay ever.
That's right.
All right.
The bestest.
Bye.
All right. Bye.